First, many women use makeup to look younger, feel more beautiful, or just to give them confidence. But what if makeup is doing the exact opposite? What if it's making you look older? What if it's accentuating the wrong feature? And worse yet, what if you don't know you're not looking so great? Joining me now with 7 tips to help make you turn back time is More Magazine's beauty director, Genevieve Monsma. Genevieve, I love More Magazine, and I read it, and I found this amazing articles that you guys did about turning back time and how makeup can actually aid you if you're not putting it on correctly.
Correct.
And I sometimes see women who get stuck in an era.
Right. Well, something that worked for you in your 20s suddenly stops working for you around 35 or even 45 in some cases, so you need to relearn some of your makeup habits.
Right, or they go back to a time that was a good time for them, and they think that that is reflected in their makeup.
Right.
And it's nothing to do with your makeup, and makeup can actually make flaws and faults look worse if you're not doing a good job.
You need to evolve. As your skin is evolving, your makeup needs to evolve.
Well, that's an interesting point. Your skin evolves. Your skin is constantly changing, so you have to change up your foundation, your powders.
Correct.
Your first tip was, in fact, about powder.
Powder makeup. In your teens and certainly in your 20s, it's all about fighting the shine and trying to mattify and keep the skin from looking greasy. After the age of 35, the opposite is true. It's all about dewiness. And powder foundations, in particular some mineral makeups, have grown in popularity because they're great for sensitive skin and people think that they're pure, which is all true. But when you put them on, they can sink into lines and pores, and it can be unflattering, particularly on drier skin. So there are 2 solutions. The first solution is to use something we're calling a setting spray. So you can use your favorite powder foundation just as you've always done, but then you spritz it on after you've put the makeup on, and it gives you a dewier finish. It just sort of breaks up the makeup and makes you glow.
So dewy does not mean oily.
It doesn't. Dewy is your friend. Oily is a thing of the past. We want the shine. Embrace the shine.
You know, in fact, when I put powder on, I always tell my makeup artist, please don't put it on the outside part of my eye, because that's where you have the smile lines.
Exactly,
and the powder
and it
gets
sinks
in there,
right into the lines.
And it seems to accentuate the lines instead of melting
So
them
a
away.
setting powder, or choose a formula that is more liquidy, that's creamier, that's going to be more emollient on dry skin.
Perfect. Next up, what do we have here?
This is for eyeliner. When we all learn to do our makeup, we tend to do corner to corner, top and bottom. As we age, it gets harder and harder to pull off the under eye makeup. Maybe we're wearing a heavier eye cream, our eyes are watery, we're tired.
Don't look at me.
You have a fabulous makeup artist, and right, I don't have any. Now, some people aren't willing to stop putting eye makeup on underneath altogether. So one solution is just to do the outer third of your eyes. It's less likely to smudge and smear, but it still leaves the eye looking defined. Another option, we have 2 examples here of waterproof makeup or water-resistant makeup. It's less apt to run and leave you looking haggard.
Next step.
So the next step is eyeliner on the top. When you were in your 20s, you put the eyeliner on, straight line, it looked great. Well, once you are in your 30s, 40s, 50s, you pull the lid taut, you write or across the lid, you let go, and suddenly that straight line is a little
crooked.
It's a zigzag. It's a zigzag. So the solution is to try not to be so precise. You can either go for a chubbier eyeliner that it gives you a smudgier effect. Precise is not the goal then. Or if you're really married to your gel liner or a fine tip liner, rather than drawing it across the lid, sort of push it up into the lash line. You'll define the eye, but it doesn't read line, so you don't have to worry about being precise or having a straight line.
Excellent. That's a good idea.
Okay.
What's up next?
Then, as we age, unfortunately, our hair starts to thin, not just on our head, but also along our lashes. So, and a lot of women will put on extra layers of mascara in hopes of making things look thicker. What it actually does is just accentuate the problem. It turns maybe the 40 lashes you have into 4 because they all clump. So the solution first is to always make sure you have a lash comb. This one from Sonia Kashuk actually comes on the end of the mascara. After you've applied the mascara, make sure that you're combing through so every lash is getting its due, so to speak.
Perfect.
Okay.
By the way, they also have some mascaras that are plush. They have bits and pieces in it that make
fibers. I actually am wearing one today. So you're ahead of the curve.
I'm ahead of the curve.
Yep, you can cheat a little bit that way.
What do you have here?
Cakey concealer. It's a problem, yes. You need the concealer as you age. You want to cover dark circles, but the skin is drier. And so the second that you put anything emollient on the skin, it sucks it up, and the concealer sinks right into lines.
Okay, I will tell you what I do here, because this is something that I learned.
Yeah.
Take your concealer, put it in your hand, mix it with your moisturizer, mix it, put it under your
Put it
eyes
on.
because the more hydrated you are, the
That
less
is
cakey it looks.
100%. Yep. We don't even need to go over that.
And the
you
lips,
said it
of course,
exactly.
lip liner.
The bleeding lips. The lipstick that bleeds into the little lines. We all get them as we age. The easiest solution is a good lip liner. You can do one that is flesh toned. You definitely don't want one that's darker than your lips. That,
Went out
left
in
that
the 60s,
behind,
right?
exactly. Or this one from Mally is actually clear, and it literally acts like a fence around your lips. It's got a little silicone in there, and it holds the lipstick in and prevents it from bleeding
It's like
out.
a lip dam.
Exactly.
A lipstick dam.
Exactly.
Finally.
Color. We tend to shy away from it as we age. A lot of women want to go with the more neutral palette, and that tends to be flattering. Universally, it is more flattering to go more neutral, but don't abandon color altogether. If you have neutrals on your eyes and your cheeks, get a little pop of color on your lips. If you like browns on your lips and your eyes, a little pop of color on your cheeks.
So a little pop of color. That's
a little pop
that's
of color.
The operative
Choose
word.
one.
A little...
Choose one feature. Just your cheeks, just your eyes, or just your lips, and
Great.
it will make you look glowier and fresher.
Great
instantly.
advice from More Magazine. Thank you, Genevieve,
Thank
for
you,
being
Carol.
here.
Thanks so much.